Welcome back. Now, detergents, we're looking at a commodity, detergents, which is an essential item for both households and businesses. In the past year in Nigeria, the price of detergents has spiked approximately by 100%, taking out more money from the pockets of consumers. I know I don't want to keep dirty laundry, but let's talk to Halima Adedion, analyst with Financial Derivatives Company. Hi, Halima. Many people have not been able to afford some brands of detergent these days due to high costs. Can you tell us the income and substitution effect on the demand for detergent in the short to medium term?
Well, thank you for having me. It is not surprising that the price of detergents has spiked over the past 12 months because generally now we have a high inflationary pressure in the country. Presently, the headline inflation is about 24.08. Core inflation is above 20%, so also food inflation. So we'll see all these things too reflecting in other commodities in the economy. And as a result, that means consumers have less to spend, that is less disposable income. And what that means is that they will have to shift to unbranded products or buy less of the detergents that they need because there is less to spend for the consumers. And as a result of this, we will see a fall in demand and a drop in sales for detergent producing firms, which means that they will have to do more in order to have more market shares within the industry. And also, they would have to come up with a consolidation scheme that will help them stay in business. And what we are seeing presently in Nigeria now is that most households have even started to formulate their own detergents, either in form of liquid or powder form, in order to mitigate the effects of rising prices in the economy. So for now, what we would see is that a shift in consumption to lower brand or homemade detergents will be used by so many households.
That's quite interesting there, Halima. But making homemade detergent will also require some inputs, and palm oil is a major input used in the production of detergent. Now, given that detergent industry in Nigeria is looking towards investing in optimizing palm kernel oil as a bio-based raw material and is committed to sustainable sourcing, how will this affect the cost of inputs and the price of detergent?
Oh, well, it's a good move because that means they are trying to do what we call backward integration. So, and as a result of that, it will lead to a reduction in the price of palm oil as an input for making detergents. But we must not forget that it is not only the main input for producing detergents. We also have some other imported inputs that is needed. But the move to invest in a backward integration will go a long way to reduce to some extent the cost of inputs for the firms. And in the near to medium term, we could see a gradual drop, let me put it that way, if other bottlenecks that are affecting the cost of production in the detergent firm is being addressed, especially by the government.
Now, what are these bottlenecks? Could you just tell us some of them?
Oh, well, in the past 3 months, now let's say from mid-June, we'll say that Naira is one of the worst performing currency in the world. It's depreciated to about 950 from around 750. So for an industry that needs to import raw material for its production, that means more money is needed to acquire a certain quantity of the commodity. So that is a bottleneck. Another thing is the logistic cost that has really spiked by more than 300%, because we now have price of fuel that is tripling compared to what we do have in past few months. So all this put together will compound the ease of doing business for detergent and producing firms.
Speaking of ease of doing business, we saw in April one of the big brands in the manufacturing industry, Unilever, announced the closure of its home care and skin cleansing businesses. with this new trend, what is the outlook for the industry as a whole? And how sustainable is the detergent business for the firms that are still in operation?
In terms of sustainability, because I just said earlier that detergent is an essential product, that means there is market for the commodity. But because of the different difficulties they are having, we'll see that some detergent producing company are even doing what we call like a third party arrangement, whereby the company in the parents country is being given some aspects of their producing production stage. So in order to avoid this, we can have a situation whereby companies will come together in order to reduce the cost of production or improvements in the locally produced detergents. That means we'll have an improvement in the domestic companies that are producing detergent, because most of these companies that are folding up and altering their production process are multinational companies. So because it's an essential product, the future of detergent is quite very, very bright if we have some ease in the long run.
Thanks a lot, Halima. We do need that ease in the long run, because no one wants to keep dirty laundry, lying around, and not everyone can make homemade detergent. But thank you so much, Halima Adediro, analyst with financial derivatives, for sharing your thoughts on the program.
Thank you for having me.